This is a video that I've been dreading to make since I knew I was gonna make it. I'm just gonna say it. I am dropping out of university. Hey guys, Allie, YouTube here, and welcome back to my channel. This week we're gonna have a slightly more serious video idea because of several reasons. I'd like to start off by saying I'm not dropping out of university. I'm just, transferring. I needed to add some dramatic flair to this video to get people to actually want to watch it. Basically, for those of you who've been following my channel for my college videos and watched my college videos, my moving in videos, my moving out videos, my student vlogs and classes taken, all that stuff, I was taking them at Azusa Pacific University, which is now my former school. So I have officially transferred and I'm doing schooling at a different school, doing it online, completely from home. A whole, change up in my life, if you will, which honestly makes me so nervous because first off, it's the first time I've ever transferred schools anytime in my life. Second, it's a big jump from going to traditional schooling to this slightly unconventional, untraditional schooling, especially for someone my age, because I am I am young, but online college is mostly adults. I'm a junior adult basically because I'm 20 years old, but adults, people who've already had the whole career, maybe kids and all their life stuff, maybe even gone back from the military due to I don't know, finish up the degree or start a degree or something. And here I am, a 20-year-old in my, I want to say prime, but we all know that's not true. And I'm doing online schooling. So there are many reasons why I decided to do online schooling and transfer out of APU to my school. Should I even say my new school? I'm gonna do it. It's Arizona State University Online. And before we start, I think we should just tell this little funny story, which may be completely useless, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. Now I'm at the school that I said no to the first time when I was applying. Life's crazy, Like I said earlier, APU wasn't my first choice, but I ended up going because I had more reasons to go than to not go. I was also supposed to get a small little scholarship just for doing one of the visitation days, which I think was just $100 off something. And now that I think about it, it was never applied for my account, but that's a whole nother story. I still got grants and financial aid for APU, still could kind of afford it. This is ridiculously expensive, which I realized is because it was a private university, but it's still really expensive, and it wasn't even worth that price that we paid. For those of you who don't know, because I know there's a lot of people who don't know about APU, APU is a Christian private university. That's about it. That's the gist of it. It's located in Azusa, California, next to Citrus Community College, and it's very Christian. There are, I think, I would say about 3-ish, maybe a little bit more reasons why I didn't enjoy my time there. It's a good school. I will say the points that I did like, which is probably about one. Yeah, about one thing that I did like. I feel like I should just go back to starting, not even freshman year. Let's just go to senior year because this is where my interaction with APU started. As a disclaimer, when I was a freshman in high school, even before that, I didn't know what APU was. I didn't know about APU until the end of my freshman year because I heard people going there, but even then I still didn't know what that was. I was like, I'm not gonna go there. Well, my personal interaction with APU technically started senior year. No, I'm gonna say junior year because we have college fairs every year. Junior year, I kind of went to the booth, but I didn't really go to the booth. And then senior year, I went to the booth to actually talk because I had more time. For once in my 4 years, we didn't have a game. I think we did have a game, but it got canceled or something, or they rescheduled the college fair. Either way, I could go for the first time since freshman year to the college fair. So we go, I talked to them. I talked to a couple schools, but I talked to APU a bit, and then I didn't find out from there. They might have talked about it, but there's an event for incoming, or not incoming, but like prospective students to like learn about the school. I think there's a tour. I know there's a few events, but it was just kind of like one of those like, you should apply here type of things. And there's also an incentive that if you win, you get X amount of dollars if you do get in and you do go. I might have it somewhere, but I don't know where. But I had a certificate. I don't remember if I got it back or what. But you get like, I want to say $100. Something not that significant, but it was something. I went, the first time I went on the tour, I loved it. I applied. Didn't find out I got in until March or April. It was pretty close to the deadline for choosing schools, and it was irritating because I had applied to Arizona State, I think the same day. I did priority enrollment for both, not enrollment, applications for both, and I found out that I got into Arizona State in December. We found out, I want to say either early April or late March, but we found out, well, a little bit before we needed to. It was before my birthday, that's for sure. And after that, for APU, there's an event called Choose APU where admitted students go and get more of like a deeper look into the college life, where there's tours and events and what's it called? You stay in an ambassador's dorm for the night, so you kind of also see like dorm life, which was an awkward experience, to say the least. I liked it then too. Before I go into the rest of the story, I want to say, if there's a college that you like, it looks good on paper, and you kind of want to go, you also want to tour, I would suggest going on like one of the not specified tour days. Like, there's gonna be days where it's like a special event just for prospective students or incoming students or whatever. Not incoming students, prospective students. And then there's days where you just schedule a tour and go. I would suggest going on one of the days where you can schedule a tour and go. It's more flexible. You don't have the whole gimmick of them trying to appear nice to people. It's kind of more like, you're here, wanted to give you a tour. If there's things happening on campus, you'll see, but like we'll not have anything special planned. Also, try to do like those fun like stuff if you can. Those like planned stuff, because you do get free stuff if you want. But it's better because you're not putting up a face to look like the best university, because the 2 times I went, it was for those 2 events, and they did put up a lot to make them, you know, appear how they were. I did go to, I think, one other college. It was on a like a specified tour day. It was just a tour, and I liked it. Honestly, I should have applied there because I liked it more than APU, if I'm being completely honest. And I've stayed there before. You know, it's kind of like a magical, like, in those moments in movies you're like, this is where I'm meant to be situation. So now let's just jump to when school starts after orientation, which was in June. Skip to August after move-in, which move-in day is fun and hectic all at the same time, because you're starting a new adult life and whatever, but also like you're leaving home, unless like home was bad, that you're leaving home. It's like a magical day. There's so many things going on. All these activities are happening, mostly for freshmen, because you know it's their first time in college, first time in this environment type of situation. That was fun. As school starts, we're starting school, starting classes. I'm taking mostly GE classes, but I'm taking 1 class for my major, and I was doing well. My grades first semester freshman year were great enough for me to get on the dean's list, so I'm taking those classes, and then I'm kind of feeling like, I'm starting to get unhappy. Now this could be one of 3 things. Depression's hitting. You know, I'm not home a lot. I'm in my dorm most of the time. I kind of just do this routine of school, home, sleep, because after class I'll just grab food and immediately go back to my dorm and spend hours upon hours either doing homework or Netflix. This could be, I don't like my major, which turned out was one of the reasons, or I absolutely just don't enjoy this school. Those are the 3 possible outcomes of this feeling. So it was 3 of 3, but at the time I just thought it was 2 of 3, which was like, you know, depression. And my major, because the major itself wasn't horrible, it was the people in it. And I also, like, I couldn't really see myself in this, you know. I was that kid, like, I like watching Criminal Minds, so let's be a crime scene investigator situation. Or, you know, law seems pretty neat. I mean, it still looks neat, but I wasn't about to spend time being a lawyer. I was like, you know, I don't want to switch schools yet. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. So I added a minor before choosing my major, because like this is a stable major with like multiple good job outcomes. So I'm just gonna say that I added an art minor. Absolutely loved it for second semester. Took 2 art classes. One was intro, so the GE. One was intro for my minor, which was photography. So it was a drawing 1 class, and I took 1 more criminal justice class. And you know, I liked my classes. It was good. But in the middle of the second semester, I was like, you know, still feeling ruddy. Now I know it's not the depression anymore because I had that kind of under control. So it is one of 2 possible things: my major or the school. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give the school the benefit of the doubt again and say that it was my major. So I dropped my minor, changed my major to English. This is where we are now. Fall starts and I'm like, you know what? Taking 3 English classes, 2 GE classes. I'm having a great time. I like it, you know. Then rumors are happening because a lot of stuff was happening with the university, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but literally look up my school. There's rumors of a lawsuit happening, and the lawsuit resulting in us having to close the school down, because if we lost the lawsuit we wouldn't have the money, because we were literally $17 million in debt. It was just a whole mess. So I was like, you know what, in case we have to jump ship because of this lawsuit, because if there was a lawsuit, I'm pretty sure we would have lost, because I don't even want to get into it because I don't know if I can, but trust me, we probably would have lost. So like, you know, I'm just gonna look for schools in case, you know, I gotta make an escape before shit hits the fan. So I was looking for schools. One of them was Arizona State University. Time's going, the school's still plummeting financially in every other way you could possibly think. It's plummeting, but not enough where they had to close the school. So it's about October. They won't say, no, it's probably about like late September, early October-ish, because I submitted my application in October. I was like, I told my mom, I was like, I think I want to go here instead, because I'm not completely happy. It's been about 3 semesters, 2-ish years, not happy with the school. I haven't been since freshman year, first semester freshman year. So I think, you know, I've tried every other possible outcome. None of the other majors suit me more. I mean, maybe art, but I wasn't gonna do art majors. A pretty big jump to even convince them that I was doing an English major. I applied, got in, I want to say about a month or 2 months later, because yeah, about a month, 2 months later, I found out I got in, and I want to say the rest is history. And then I planned my semester out. I found out before November, because November I can choose my classes for spring, and I chose my classes in a way that would help me transfer over here instead of taking classes that wouldn't count for credit. I knew by the first week of spring semester that I wasn't going to be coming back, so I just kind of just kept my head down and did what I needed to do to pass my classes this semester. So that is the detailed history of how I did not like the school. Now I'm going to go into the reasons why I didn't like the school. First off, did I mention it was Christian? It is very, very, very Christian. Now me, I grew up, I went to a Catholic K through 8 and a Catholic high school. Meaning I should be Catholic, but I'm not anything Not to say I'm a godless pagan, but at the same time, probably saying I'm a godless pagan. I don't even know anymore. Labels are weird. I don't like them. It's too much. But if I have to put a label on it, I'm just gonna say non-practicing Catholic. Let's just say that. So, this school, one of the things is that it says you don't have to be Christian to attend here. You can be of any denomination you want to be from. And then it also, but the professors have to be Christian. There also has to be a faith integration component to a class, even if the class don't warrant religion in it. So math and science, they had faith integration parts. I had to write papers for those 3 classes. Those 2 math and my 1 science class. Criminal justice, had to write a paper. Some professors, God bless them, would just talk about faith once, be over with it, because they're like, we don't have the time for this. This is literally not worth trying to like mess up our lesson plan and prepare you for your careers in other classes to just talk about this when it's not really relevant to the subject matter. One thing that they didn't really tell us when we were visiting and applying and all that, well, actually 2 things, but one of them's like, we knew there's chapel. I don't remember if I knew there's chapel 3 times a week, but if I did know or if I didn't know, it doesn't really matter. What I didn't know is that you have, I didn't know about the 10 absences for a fact, but I didn't know that if you went over the 10, you'd have this whole complicated chapel non-compliance situation where you'd have to pay a fine of I think of $500, meet with a counselor like, why did you miss chapel so much, and that they counted chapel as a class. Those I did not know. So first semester I was okay. I think I used all 10 of mine. It was okay. Second semester though, I did go over 1 day, but that is for very good reasons. I had no class before chapel. So first half of spring semester, or for spring semester freshman year. I think I might have not had class before that too, first semester, but it was still more manageable. I had a big boot on my leg because I still am injured, but I was more so injured at that time. And I lived on the 3rd floor of a dorm that had no elevator, just stairs. So I was also in constant pain. I had all late classes and early morning, and chapel was kind of earlyish morning, but if I had late classes I also had to stay up late to do homework. It was a whole mess. So there's a few times where I physically could not get out of bed because I was incapable because I didn't feel well, or this. Now I didn't know that you could petition to say like, I can't go to chapel for this reason. I was never told this. I missed 1 day over. I missed 11 days instead of 10, and I got the whole non-compliance thing. One of the times though, I was a minute late because of the trolley to chapel and I wasn't let in. So that was great. So that wasn't my fault. I probably would have had 10 if it wasn't for that. Got that sorted out, didn't have to pay the fine or anything. I had physical proof on me in doctor's appointments, which I had to constantly go to every Friday for several things, which was one of the days of chapel. And chapel, which I don't blame them, because again, it's a Christian college and all that, university, and God versus their motto. And I'm not saying like, oh, you know, there shouldn't be chapel. There could be, but I feel like it shouldn't have to be 3 times a week where it's all mandatory, and you know, you can't do anything. Obviously you can't be on your phones or anything like that, but or do homework. And if you have a test like right after chapel, unless you skip, might as well give up, because you're not gonna be able to study. There's chapel monitors who will take away your chapel cards if you have 2 strikes against you. So first time will be a warning, and I'll be like, you know, you're still on your phone after I told you not to be on your phone, so take away your credit for today and all that. It was just really annoying. For me, it was really inconvenient because I always almost had class after chapel freshman year. I planned it so I wouldn't have class directly after chapel, or I tried to. For sophomore year, I tried not to unless I had to. I absolutely had to. Difficult. So I'm not a religious person, and the chapel guests were always Christian, and I know you may be thinking like they're the same thing, but they're not. Catholic and Catholicism and Christianity are kind of not, at least in some people's eyes. Some belief systems and traditions are different. I'm not gonna get into the other thing, which I know I should, but I'm not going to, because we're not, we don't have the time. The other thing that when we were applying and getting ready that we didn't know anything about until we started classes here was that before you graduate, not only do you have to complete at least 120 credits, you also have to complete 120 hours of service hours. I know it's doable. I've done 104 years of high school. I've done 15 in 1 year of middle school. So I know 104 years should be doable. But I had honestly no time, because if I wasn't in class, or if I wasn't in class, I was at home doing work for class. So I don't know when in that time I was supposed to be able to do service hours. Not to mention I had a boot for the first year, well, half of the first year, but the other half I was in tremendous pain. There was literally no time for me to do anything other than school work. And I think in the 2 years I was there, I only had 5. But honestly, that's because by the end, like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here anyway, so what's the point? It's doable, it's stressful. I could have probably made more time, but I wanted to maintain my grades and my mental health, because as of you know, that was doing the worst. So that's 2 things that they didn't tell us. They pushed their faith on homophobic AF, which is a whole thing I'm not gonna get into. Withholding information, not only to students, because there was issues that they didn't tell us, but also to applicants. I don't want to say the school's completely bad, because there are some really great professors. And if you really want to go to the school and you think it's a good fit for you, don't let this stop you. Mainly because I don't want to get sued. Honestly, my advice with any school is, you know, besides visiting on and off, not specially designated tour event, but if you can, find people who go to school there, look the school in the news section, look up lawsuits to find out, I guess, if you care about that type of thing. Try to find people who are the current students or former students, ask them about their experience. Just try to get like information from all the bases that you can, because all in all, the school itself on events or tours can say that it's one way, but when you get there it can be completely different and leave you into a mess where, like, do I stay? Do I go? What do I do? No school's perfect, like, at all. What may not be perfect to you may be perfect to someone else, and vice versa. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Saturday. I'll see you all next week with a brand new video, but until then, bye! Wow, my hand is big and my fish is small. Wow, I just have a small head. Anyway.